The greatest challenge entrepreneurs face. For the past decade, we have worked with hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs and business owners, helping them grow their business, upgrade their peer groups, and improve their lifestyles. Time after time, we are approached by intelligent, hardworking people who have become owned by the very business they once thought they owned. The greatest, the greatest challenge you will ever face as an entrepreneur is how to build a business that's independent of you, the business owner. Take the example of Bonnie Hawker, who founded Emerge, an occupational therapy practice in North Carolina. Bonnie was a gifted occupational therapist who directly helped hundreds of families, personally working to help their children deal with various developmental and behavioral challenges. I first started my business because I wanted to help children, Bonnie explains. After 15 years in a solo private practice, I wanted to expand what I was doing. I felt drawn to this idea of building a place that could improve the lives of many children and train occupational therapists to provide effective clinic-based therapy. Of course, I didn't know at the start how much of my life it would consume. At the time she was first introduced to these business building concepts, Bonnie was working 45 hours a week and had grown Emerge into a successful 1550, I'm sorry, 515,000 a year practice. Before I was introduced to these ideas on building our own independent company, the biggest headache I dealt with was being responsible for all the staffing issues in the practice. If someone left on maternity leave, if someone left on maternity leave, it fell to me, it fell to me that to cover for them, or if they weren't coming back to recruit and train their replacement, there were the other staff fires that I do have to put out. It probably consumed 20 hours a month just dealing with this this one functional part of the business. Does Bonnie's story strike a nerve? Have you ever had to do the work of your business during the day and then fit in the running in the business and then fit in the running the business responsibilities around your work producing for the company? Not only is this stressful, but it usually hurts the business as you ignore the higher value work you could do for the business because you are so trapped in the day-to-day role of producing sales, products, or services for your company. But there is hope. It doesn't have to be this way. Bonnie needed help, and for 6 years she worked with David's business coaching team to grow and mature her company. Every quarter, she worked with David's team to create her one-page quarterly plan of action for her practice. For 6 years, she dutifully, dutifully, I need to check the pronunciation for this one later on. For 6 years, she dutifully met with her coach every 2 weeks to gain outside perspective, accountability, and feedback so that she consistently executed on her map to grow her business and reduce its reliance on her. And the outcome? Listen to Bonnie share the amazing difference these ideas, applied and executed in her business, have made over the past 6 years. Here I am 6 years after diligently applying these business strategies to build an owner-independent practice. I've reduced my working hours to under 10 hours a week, and the practice continues to serve the children we see exceptionally well. At the same time, we have grown our revenues by 145% to 1,350,000 per year. It's a progression, not an on-off switch. As you will come to learn, building a owner-independent business is a progression, not a light switch you suddenly flip one day. It's not a binary yes/no, but rather a spectrum that you slowly progress through over the course of several years. The critical shift is from seeing yourself as a producer for your business, driving sales and fulfilling client purchases, to seeing yourself as the builder of a business that will do all these without you. You are only a temporary producer until you can build the business that can replace you. Let's return let's return to Bruce's story. As a successful surgeon, it would be easy for him to see himself as the key driver that makes his business go forward, the one irreplaceable ingredient without which the practice would wither and die. Unlike Bonnie, he has been introduced to these ideas and working with David's team for only 6 months. But even so, during this time, Bruce has made remarkable progress. He has reduced his working hours in the practice by 10 hours a week. He has increased his operating profit by 217,000 a year and climbing, and he is starting to feel as though there is a pathway for him to scale the practice and get his life back. I had 12 years of advanced medical training to become a surgeon, yet I received no training about how to run a successful medical practice. I had to learn by trial and error. Now, with the support and training of my business coach, I'm finally getting that business training. I'm working fewer hours, and actually getting home before the sun sets, which is a real gift. Best of all, I can see the practice becoming stronger and less reliant on me bit by bit each quarter. Remember, this work is a progression, not an on-off switch. You will make headway and have temporary reversals, and at times progress will feel slow, almost as if you are pushing uphill. This is normal, but if you persevere, you will stay the course that we will lay out for you here in this book, and you will enjoy greater profits and an improved quality of life. In the world in the world of medicine, it's a sad fact that the majority of doctors I know end up 20 years into their practice feeling trapped and stuck. Bruce shared. Sure, they make a great living, but they have to give up so much of their time and life to do it. Maybe you can't make your practice operate completely independently from you, but you can make it much better than it is now. I've seen what a difference working in a structured way on my practice over the past 6 months has made for me personally. The practice runs more smoothly, it's more profitable, and our staff is happier. Stop making excuses and take that first step. Okay, let's keep going. Stephanie's story. A few years ago, my husband Jack and I took a few-week trip to Italy themed around fine wines and foods. We toured vineyards, took cooking classes, and visited cultural and historic sites throughout Italy. We toured vineyards, took cooking classes, and visited cultural and historic sites throughout Italy. When we came home, we met with our management team. After they brought us after they brought us up to speed on the status of key projects and strategic initiatives, they should they should I don't know the meaning of this word, so I make a note here to search about it later on. They shooed us out the door of the conference room, saying in effect, "We are fine. When is your next trip so we can get back to work?" That day, Jack and I realized we had succeeded in building an owner-independent Level 3 business. Our team didn't need us present to operate effectively. In fact, they loved having us gone because that meant they could spread their wings and take more ownership of the process of growing the business. Now, we don't want to make building an owner-independent Level 3 business seem easy, because it's not. While it may be simple when you know how, it will take work, sacrifice, and deep commitment. But that initial effort directed to building an enterprise that can consistently create and deliver profitable value without you there to run the show is well worth it. But that initial effort directed to building an enterprise that can consistently create and deliver profitable value without you there to run the show is well worth it. The seven major benefits of taking your business to the level 3. It gives you control over your financial future. No matter no matter what economic conditions you face, you have the financial strength that allows you to make the choices you want for you and your family. Plus, you have the security that comes from having mastered the skill of how to build a thriving owner-independent Level 3 business. Should something happen to one of your business, you have the skills and experience to build another one. It will massively increase your net worth. The average owner-independent Level 3 business is 10 times more valuable than its Level 2 owner-reliant counterpart. Larger revenues mean your company will command a larger multiple if you were to sell it. Plus, you, you will be a more attractive target to a strategic buyer. Often, your business will grow in value 100-fold or more when you take it from level 2 to level 3. Your business is much easier to scale. By its very nature, an owner-independent level 3 business is much easier to scale. It can easily accommodate growth of 50%, 100% or more per year. One of our Maui advisors grew his level 3 business from 10 million to over 100 million in sales in 24 months. Another scaled his company from 100 million to over $1 billion in volume per year in under 5 years. You earn your freedom from your business. It's no longer the, it no longer depends on your presence every day to make it work. You have many more options available to you. You get to do the parts of the business you are best at and love most, while letting other people handle the parts you don't enjoy. An owner-dependent Level 3 business gives you staff security and growth opportunity. The business isn't vulnerable to something happening to you, the owner. And as you grow the business and reduce its reliance on your daily presence, you give your staff opportunities to grow and develop as a business people as they take on expanded roles in a vibrant, growing enterprise. In fact, all your stakeholders, from staff to suppliers, vendors, investors, and all the people who indirectly rely on your business, will be more secure. Number 6, your business is dramatically more stable. You are no longer vulnerable if one of your key team members, including yourself, gets hurt or has a life change. 7, you have a greater impact on your market because it's now scalable. Your business is able to create more value for your market as it sells and delivers your products or service to your customers and clients. These products or services improve many people's lives. Why do you want an owner-independent business? It's been said that with a big enough why, you will always be able to figure out the how. We invite you to step back and get clear on your why for building a successful business. What would it mean to you if your business were a level 3 business? Okay, my pronunciation is good enough. Great. Thank you, guys. We invite you to step back and get clear on your why for building a successful business. What would it mean to you if your business were a level 3 business? What would the freedom of owning a level 3 business give you time to pursue? How would you be able to contribute more? What would be the biggest benefit to your family? How would it improve the lives and futures of your employees, vendors, and clients? Action time. What are what are the three strongest drives for you to invest the time, energy, and money to take your business to level 3? In other words, looking back over your answers and thinking deeply, what are the three biggest reasons you will do what it takes to build an owner-independent company? List your top three reasons on a separate piece of paper. Chapter 2: How the traditional model of building a business is flawed and what to do about it. It had taken a lot of planning and work, but Mark and Diana were finally in Paris, the city of romance, with a rich history and resplendent culture. Diana was so excited to be able to have her husband away from the business and all to herself, but each day of their vacation, Diana's heart sank a little bit lower. All he seemed to do was work remotely on his laptop from the hotel each day. She shared. Has your significant other or family ever felt that way? Like even when you are with them, you are really not? The core of the problem is likely how you have gone about building your business. The traditional way to build a business is to build an owner-reliant level 2 business. In a level 2 business, yeah, remote work had always existed in the internet era. In a level 2 business, you, as the business owner, gather up the reins of power. All decisions are run past you. You create the plan, you lead the execution of that plan, and you do all the hiring. You meet with all the key clients and perform most of the important work of the business. The staff you have is there to help leverage you, not to lead or take ownership of central parts of your business. If something should happen to you, your business would crumble. And if you somehow manage to escape for a short vacation, you probably sneak your laptop or iPhone with you on the trip and check email when your spouse and kids aren't looking. What's the real reason typical owner-reliant level 2 business owners want all the control? They are afraid that if they don't stay in control, things will go wrong. They fear their staff will screw up and the company will lose a customer or face a lawsuit, or even that the company will fail. So they clutch at the secured blanket of control, never seeing that it binds them in their business forever. Remember the scene in Godfather 3 in which Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, wants to get out of the family business? He turns to his sister Connie and says, "Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in." Well, that's exactly how many level 2 business owners feel over time. While there is nothing wrong with the traditional model, and it works to build a successful level 2 business, it has three serious pitfalls to it. The three pitfalls of building your business the level 2 way. Pitfall number one, it caps your income and your success. If your business revolves around you and your personal production, as you become more successful, you will smack up against the ceiling of how much you personally are able to produce for your business. You can personally do only so much and run only so fast before you just can't do anymore. Take the case of Shirley, owner of two successful Montessori preschools in Southern California. Shirley grew these two schools serving 400 children primarily through the traditional model of long hours and hard work. And by the traditional measure of success of a business, profit, she had succeeded. Her schools generated a substantial profit from their roughly 4 million in annual revenues. But Shirley was working herself to death to do it. I was working more than 14 hours per day, 7 days a week, and was literally overwhelmed by the business, Shirley reported. Much of the work I did, such as greeting the kids and parents and working with a great team of teachers, was satisfying and rewarding. I was, however, the only person able to deal with any escalation that would arise, and with 50 staff members and nearly 400 children enrolled at the two schools, they were They were many issues to deal with every day. Yeah, slave work. Entrepreneur jobs usually is slave work. Dealing with all the issues left me exhausted and with little time for working on the business, and it was only after the school closed for the day that I could work on the billing, bookkeeping, hiring, HR issues, purchasing, and all the rest. It was at this point that Shirley was totally maxed out. She literally didn't have any more hours she could work. She was already essentially working 100 hours a week. Pitfall number two. It puts everyone at greater risk. If you stop working or get injured, your business dies quickly. This is risk for you, your family, your employees, your customers, and your investors. We want, we want to ask you an extremely important question, one that very few business owners ever allow themselves to consider because of often the answer is too painful to contemplate. If you were hit by a bus tomorrow, or otherwise incapacitated, what would happen to your business? We surveyed more than 1,000 business owners over the past 5 years, and our findings revealed that if the average business owner became incapacitated and, uh, and couldn't work, the business would fail in less than 30 days. 30 days. Think about what this would mean for the families, employees, and customers. You put in all those years of blood, sweat, and tears to build something that could literally end in less than 30 days. Let's go back to Shirley. What do you think would have happened to her two schools if to her two schools if Shirley had been hit by a bus? The schools would have failed and been closed or sold in a fire sale. Her staff would have lost their jobs, and all those children would have lost their schools, forcing their parents to scramble to find childcare for their kids. Everyone would have lost out. Pitfall number three. It eventually corners you in the self-employment trap. The more success you have, the more trapped you become inside your business. You are so busy doing the job of your business that you can't step back and grow and develop your business as a business. What's more, because of the way you have built an owner-reliant company, the more success you have growing the business based on your personal production and personal participation, the more you become trapped inside the business. It's quite literally can't function without you. It quite literally can't function without you. Remember, being caught in the self-employment trap is not a function of the size of your business. It's a direct result of the model with which you choose to build your company. Whether you are running a small 3-person professional practice, a medium-sized 50-person organization like Shirley's, or a large 3 and 12-person manufacturing company, if you build the company by keeping all the key decisions and direct control in your hands, you will likely end up stuck in the self-employment trap. It's only by working to build your company independent of you and independent of any key staff member that you will be able to escape and get your life back. So that's it for today, guys. See you next time.